Alright, just like I said I was going to in the last video. And yes, I posted this the same day I posted the last video. I just needed something to do. I'm the only one here, so it's kind of difficult for me to get this done. So just bear with me here. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. So, just like I said I was going to in the last video, I'm going to redo the pig sculpture tutorials. So, I'm going to try and make it all one tutorial this time. That was me setting down the camera in the makeshift camera holder that I made for my phone. And let's get started. Alright, so as you can see, it's kind of nighttime. I already started by setting up the little area, that I wanted to set it up in. I started by placing the feet. For this project, you're gonna need pink wool, white wool, light gray wool, and black wool. Put 2 light gray wools down. Put a pink wool in between it, and I put pink wool back behind it 2 deep all the way around, so you make a nice 9x9 square of wool. And then you take 3 squares, or 3 paces away, and you start your next one. And you gotta make it too high, otherwise when you put this fencing in, it's not gonna matter. Your pig's gonna escape because it can climb up on top of the wool. Always remember that. And then behind there, equal distance from each front foot, you wanna put them 9, I think. Yeah, 9 back. So make sure there's 9 posts in between the front and the back, and 3 posts between the left and the right. And we got our nice start here, and it will become nighttime eventually as you're putting this together. This is a rather long build. But, so because of that, you want to put torches in for 2 reasons. One, it makes the pig feel nicer. It calms the pig down. The pig isn't running around the pen as much in the middle of the night. And 2, hey look, it looks like the sun's coming up. But the second reason, it makes it easier to see the pig when you need a reference. So always make sure that even if you watch this tutorial, you have a pig for a reference. And I'm just gonna sit and watch the sunrise for a little bit. Even though this is a video game and it's very bad graphics for a video game, it's still nice to watch the sunrise. Even with terrible graphics, they made a beautiful sunrise. You wouldn't think it'd be possible, but even a game like Minecraft has its beautiful aspects. Alright, so as the sun drifts into its spot up there, I will point out that we are behind my castle. We're in the backyard of my castle. Eventually I'll put a moat in around here. I'll probably do that while Yurt is here. I'll probably make a video while Yurt is here. But back to this. Alright, so we've got our legs started. They're too high right now. We need to extend them so that they become 6 high. Like that. Fill up. Just kind of do this with every single leg. And a potion of swiftness would help for a project like this, but not for this part of the project. A potion of swiftness will only mess you up on this part. Always remember will be mentioning something about this to Dan Legs. See if he'll put a pig sculpture on one of his maps. See if he'll make a pig sculpture and use my tutorial as guidance, or maybe mention my tutorial. Maybe he'll make a tutorial of his own. Hopefully. I'm more hoping that he mentions mine, but it's up to him. Oh, yeah, I need to make that a little taller. But all these need to be the same height, otherwise you're going to have a awkward looking pig. And also got to remember to try and make this proportional to the actual pig. Otherwise, yet again, you get an awkward looking pig. Also make sure you're not standing where you're trying to place a block. Alright, so we got the legs all together. Now, if we take a look at the pig, you'll see that the legs are the same height as the body, as long as the pig's not looking at me. And so, we'll start by outlining the body. It's always nice to get an outline of what you're working with before you start building them, because then you know how far you can go. Alright, so we got this, and now let's build up. And remember, it needs to be the same height as the legs, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's the same height. And this is where the swiftness potion would come in handy, so I'll get one of those quickly. You won't be able to see my hand at all during this. I shut the hand off. The hand just kind of gets in the way sometimes, makes it harder to see things. But it also makes it a little more difficult when you go to build things like this, because then you have to look down at your little item bar to see which item is selected. Alright, so I really wish that I could pause this and then resume it when I got finished with this, but I can't, because my phone is dumb and doesn't have that capability. When I had a phone that wasn't as high-tech as this one that had that capability. Although I'm kind of glad to not have that phone anymore, because it was nothing but a pain in my rear. I'm trying not to swear very much. It's kind of hard when I'm talking about a phone that I absolutely hated. I hated it when I first got it even. I'm just like, this is not a smartphone, this is a toy phone. There's a difference. And yeah, it was literally as light as a toy phone. Like, you compare it to the weight of one of those toy phones where you press the buttons and they make noise, and it weighed exactly the same. That was the first part of the reason why I called it a toy phone. The second part was it acted like a toy phone. It didn't have all the capabilities of an actual smartphone. There were plenty of games that I wanted on my phone that I couldn't get because I didn't have the right smartphone capabilities. It was was all because of what my smartphone could and could not do. It had nothing to do with the Android operating system I had on it. It was all, my phone was just not right for what I wanted it to be. And then I wound up having to pay for the phone that I have now, which I still owe money on, but not much, just like 36 bucks is all I have left to spend, or is all I have left to pay for it, which is yet another reason why I need a job. That doesn't need to be there yet. We're getting to that part. Okay, so my swiftness potion wore off. So now that we're getting close to the end of the boring portion, I'll start talking about this statue again. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make the head. And I'll go down to our little pig model, the pig that's modeling for this statue, so that I can quickly show you how to estimate dimensions here. Alright, so pig's head starts a little ways from the bottom of the body, and it extends up the same amount, so it's going to be 6 tall. But it's not quite 6 long, or at least when I make it, it won't be. I'm just going off of from the front of the body to the front of the head, leaving off the snout. It looks to be about, probably about 2/3 as wide as it is tall. So I'll go ahead and now I'll get that taken care of here. Sorry about that. My phone went off and I thought it was a wrong side. Oh, gotta make sure I'm putting the head on the right side. I had a notification go off on my phone, probably for one of my apps. Okay, so we're gonna start 2 up, go over, leave 1 space at each end. Gonna go up to here, go over, bring that up, connect it, and fill in the space. Now you can just go ahead if you want to, and you can skip the whole fill in everything part, and we'll just kind of bring out one of the sides out to 4 wide as I say this, but you can go ahead and like leave this whole entire thing hollow, and then you can do something like the Trojan horse from the Trojan War. If you don't know the story, it was a wooden horse that was given to the Trojans by the okay, I don't quite, it's a historical lesson. I don't quite remember all of it. All I remember is that the Trojans were given a wooden horse that was filled with enemy troops, and so it was a giant wooden horse that they thought was just a giant statue that they were given, and it was hollowed out. There were a bunch of troops inside, and when nightfall came and everyone went to bed, the enemy troops popped out of it open the gate, allowing their friends in, who then pillaged Troy, the town of which the Trojans lived, and that ended the Trojan War. So you could have like a Trojan pig type thing where this is all hollowed out and you can place like golems or villagers or whatever. I wouldn't suggest it because people have a tendency to overfill things like that. I know from experience I overfilled mine. I don't have the map that I had that on anymore, but okay, so now we're gonna work on the snout while night comes. And as you can see, the snout takes up a little itty bitty portion of the face. I like to make it just a little bit bigger than what you see on the pig. So, like, how I make it is I leave a space 1 block by 1 block on the outside, and I bring it up. I bring it up so that I leave space for 2 right up here. But if you want to make it a little more accurate, you can take and make it that big, but then it just makes it look dumb. So I make it this big also because it makes a nice center right there and right there that we will replace with gray wool. Or, I guess, and I could change this on my other ones, but I guess we could take and place them right there. I don't know. I'll leave that for now. But now I gotta work on the eyes, and my swiftness potion wore off, but I really don't care. Now you gotta remember that pig's eyes are backwards. So the whites go there, and the pupils go out here. That's where you need the black wool and the white wool. Alright? So there you've got the face, and we'll take the light gray wool, and we gotta go around to the back because there's something that we're missing. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you a hint if you haven't already. And the pig turned around. We're missing the pig's tail. And you see how it's got that nice 9 shape to it? Well, if I would have made this like 1 taller, or 2 blocks taller, 1 block for the legs and 1 block for the body, would mean that the head would be like 2 blocks taller, which would also mean that I would have to widen it out a little more, which I really don't like doing. But you can get that nice 9 shape, but really all we want is just the basic swirl. The reason why we can't get the 9 shape in though is because it's 3, 3, and I think it's just 2, then the 1, and then the 1 there. And the tail is supposed to be right dead center like that, not going all the way up to the top. So we just get the basic swirl, which doesn't make it look too bad. And so, I mean, we could center it a little more by going like, we could go like this, move everything over to the right one. Like so. It's a little more centered. I like it the other way. So I'll put it back the other way. And alright, so that's pretty much the pig sculpture. Let's take a look at the front here. I don't know. I don't really like that face. Yeah, that probably going to destroy this one, because it makes no sense to have this one here. But just to show you, I've got two other ones. Let's see, this one. Let's see, this one right here is the very first one I made, or at least on this map. This one also wound up a part of the prank war, like I said in one of my previous videos. And then this one right over here is the one that the tutorials was supposed to be all about. But I had complications while making it, so it wound up not being part of yeah, it just wound up terrible. So I'm probably gonna delete those other tutorials, and I guess the last thing there is for me to do with this sculpture here is to get rid of it. And let's get rid of it the fun way then. God, I feel real sorry for that pig that's in there, so I think I'll get rid of all this fencing before I do this. Allow this piggy to be free. And we'll just watch a pig statue burn for the end of this video. Get rid of the torches. We don't need the torches no more. So, you now know how to make a pig statue. I don't need this one, so I'm gonna burn this one. Ooh, didn't get that torch. I missed that torch. Aww, you were supposed to get out of here, piggy. Oh, now I got a burning pig. And a burning pig statue. Let's start the other legs on fire. Start this leg on fire. And we'll just kind of watch this thing burn. Wool burns pretty fast, so I kind of got to watch it to make sure everything burns. Like this right here. We'll get some cool looking flames going here. But, so this will all burn down. I'm done with this. Apparently that pig left me left me some meat. That'll burn out. Let's see, there's one that wouldn't. Oh, it burned. So it looks like everything's gonna burn down nicely today. It's supposed to burn. It's supposed to burn. Burn, 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 burn. Alright. So all that'll burn out. All that grass will grow back. Don't worry about that pig, because there's plenty of them around, and I can always replace them with a new one. Always make a baby pig. There's always a bright side to everything. Not really. Don't believe that. Can't find a bright side in everything. As much as you want to wish that you can, you really can't find a bright side in everything. The sooner you can accept that, the sooner your life will become easy. But always remember that it is nice to try and find a bright side for everything. Just not advised. Trying to find a bright side in everything is what makes people miserable. It's just kind of what happens. So, I will leave this video with a good note though. Get a nice look at a piggy. And there used to be a pig in there. I have no clue what happened to him. There's now a cow in there. that's okay. Got a nice pig here. Got a nice pig over here. Wow, I've got a big castle. Just imagine how long that would have taken me if I would have actually been running instead of fly running. Fly running is like 3 times the speed of regular running. So we'll just leave with nice pig, and just kind of give me advice on what to build next. I really don't know what I want to build next. I've got this castle here, got my pig statues. I'll build a moat around my castle here. I'll do something with my friend's attempt at making their house. They'll probably finish it. I'll help my friend make their fortress castle. It's a castle. Don't worry about it. Work on this little mushroom village castle that's gonna go on over here. But I need to know some more stuff that you want to see in my city. Just say like, oh, I want you to build a tree house or something. Maybe that'll be something I do next. Maybe I'll make a tree house. I'll put it next to the tree diving board, right over there. So until the next video, subscribe to me, subscribe to Dan Legs, subscribe to Dibs the Awesome Show. Have a nice day, have a nice week, whatever you prefer for me to say. Enjoy life, enjoy Minecraft, enjoy PlayStation, enjoy Xbox. Enjoy my castle. Okay, don't really enjoy my castle, that'd be kind of weird. I haven't released the seed for this map yet. I'm not ready to. Yeah, don't enjoy my castle. Don't enjoy it yet. You can enjoy finding me as a friend on the PlayStation Network, so you can see my castle. Then you can enjoy it. Just enjoy life. Enjoy video games. Enjoy PlayStation, computer, Xbox, Microsoft. Do not enjoy Apple. They make terrible products. I hear nothing but complaints from the people that own Apple products. And then we ask them why they even have them in the first place. They say, I don't know. And then we ask them what they're gonna do, what they're gonna get next, and they say, oh, I'm gonna get a Mac, or new MacBook, blah blah blah. Yeah. If you're just gonna sit and complain about it, it's not worth having. Always remember that. I mean, it is your personal preference, what you like. I'm just saying. I've heard nothing but complaints from people who have Apple products. But if you're one of those people that can actually use an Apple product and not complain, good for you. I'm glad that you feel that way. I am going to do something on this. I'm gonna start making something. I'll probably start making that giant tree house that I was talking about earlier. And subscribe.